Welcome to our workshop for Google Sheets. My name is Betty Berger, and today we're going to explore ways you can use Google Sheets in your classroom. You will need a Google account, a working internet connection, and a willingness to try some new ideas. First, we're going to demonstrate how to use a Google Sheet for a classroom discussion. One way you can use a Google Sheet is in conjunction with a Google Form. The Google Form requests data you want entered on your Google Sheet. So let's set up a Google Form with the information that we want on our Google Sheet. First, I will go to my Google Drive. So click on the 9 square, then go to Google Drive. This will take you to your Google Drive page. In the left side of the screen, click Create, and go down and open up a Google Form. The first thing we want to do is to give our form a title. So I am going to title our form Google Sheet Ideas for our discussion today. Click OK. Now we need to enter the information on our form that we want on our Google Sheet. The first piece of information I want is name. And in the help text box, I am going to request first and last name. I do not want this to be a multiple choice question. I want it to be a text question, so I click the drop-down menu, click Text, and this gives me the box to enter the information I need. This is a required question, and we're done. Now I want to add another question, and it will be a text question for email address. And I'm going to make this a required question, and we're done. So now my form is complete. Before we go any further, I want you to look at two functions at the top of the screen. The first one is View a Live Form. And before you send it out, you might want to look at the form to make sure you have everything on there. And this is what the students will see in their email when they open it. The other item to look at is on your Google Sheet to view responses. This is what the Google Sheet will look like, and it sends the name for column B and your email address in column C, and you always get a timestamp in column A. Now what I'm going to do is, now that it looks in order, I am going to send the form, and I'm going to send the form via email. So this is where you would send the form to all of your students, and I will send the form to all of you. And right now I'm just going to send it to myself. Now I have emailed each one of you this Google form to get started today. So what I want you to do is I want you to go and open up your Google account, go to your inbox, and open up your email, and here we see the Google form that I just created. And I am going to enter my name, and I'm going to submit it. Now the information will be transferred to my Google Sheet. I'm going to go ahead and enter another name just so that it will populate my sheet. And you can see that on the sheet when we get there. And you can see the information is here on the sheet. Now you're ready to begin a classroom discussion. So choose any cell beside your name and click on it, and you can enter your ideas for using Google Sheets in your classroom. So you can enter any question you want here in your title and have the students discuss this. And today, when you're searching the web for ideas, you can just enter them here. Another idea for using Google Sheets in the classroom is to use a Google form as a warm-up and have the students answer the questions on the Google form, like this. I have already completed a Google form with an example of a warm-up for adding integers. So here you can see I have name, address, 4 questions, and all I have to do is send the form to the students. The students will open their email account, click on the email, and answer the questions and submit. The answers are transferred to a Google Sheet. And here you can see the student submissions. The answers are transferred here. And here you see, here's your first question, your second question, your third question, and your fourth question. The other thing that you can do with this is have Flubaroo grade this. This is an add-on application, so I'm going to click on add-ons. I've already installed Flubaroo, so I'm going to have Flubaroo regrade this assignment since I've already graded it. And they will ask you 2 questions. The first question is you have to assign a point value for each question. I've assigned 1 point for each question. Here are my questions, and I just continue. The second step, I need to select an answer key. So I'm going to select the first one, which is what I did, and continue. And now Flubaroo will grade this warm-up. And all we have to do is go and view the grades. And so here we have it. And notice also that Flubaroo opens up a new tab. This is a grade tab. Your student submissions are in a separate tab, so just be aware of that. And here are the grades. And you can get some quick feedback for how your class is doing on adding integers. Now let's turn our attention to searching other ways to use Google Sheets in the classroom. Now I would like for you to search the web for other ideas of how to use Google Sheets in your classroom. Set up a Google Sheet and title it Resources for Using Google Sheets. Copy and paste the URLs that you find on the web into your Google Sheet. At the end of the class, we will use the Share function to view everyone's resources. I hope you found this video helpful and will try Google Sheets and Forms in your classroom.